Hey folks, and welcome back to Glenn and Adrian's Rock Talk. That's Adrian.
And that's Glenn.
And today we return for the second time to the band Blind Melon, which was a 1990s phenomenon. They got a lot of airplay on MTV with just a small handful of videos. We're going to look at the one today that probably got the most views at the time, No Rain. This was a song off their first album, which arguably was not really representative of the rest of the album or the band's general sound. They're generally kind of an upbeat band, with very much a rock ethic behind it. But on this particular song, it's a little bit more stripped back. And they've got kind of a pensive video, I guess. I do remember seeing some of the video, but not lately. I happened to notice that Elizabeth over at The Charismatic Voice had looked at this. And I thought, oh, you know what? I should check that out. I liked Blind Melon at the time. And I liked this record. This song was okay, but really it was the rest of the album that I liked the most, I'd say. They probably fall under alt-rock, alternative rock. They weren't necessarily grunge, though. They were a little bit lighter than that, but they did rock pretty hard at times. Truth be told, I think I like their second album better, Soup, which came out in 95. This one came out in 92. So actually quite a bit of history at this point. So the unfortunate story with this band is that Shannon Hoon, their lead singer, passed away early, actually on tour for the second album, heroin overdose. He died in October of 1995. He was 28. So I consider that a pretty big loss because I think they had plenty of good music left in them. They were really just kind of finding their groove. We've seen one Blind Melon song called 2x4. I don't know if you remember it, but we liked it at the time.
Yeah, that must have been a while back.
But it was this song. Here, I'll just quick show it to you. And then at the end it goes,
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah. So good stuff, right?
Definitely good stuff.
Yeah, so just that little reminder there. Now, this song is a very different vibe, just so you know. But that's the same band. And that particular song, by the way, was on their second album, Soup, which is the one that I really like. But really, both albums were pretty good, and I wish they had done several more. All right, let's go ahead and check it out, and we'll discuss afterwards.
All righty.
Point of view, you think that I'm insane. It's not sane. It's not sane. I just want someone to save me. Oh, 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 oh. I'll always be there when you're away. Yeah, you know I like to keep my cheeks dry.
All right. You ever hear that before, Adrian?
I don't think I have. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Pretty darn cool.
Oh, man. That's cool. Yeah, that's amazing to me, but I'm glad, that you haven't heard that one. Because I think that was a pretty popular song at one point.
It might have been. I haven't been paying much attention to the radio since 1985.
That's okay. That is an advantage on this channel. So, no, that's good. I remember the song, and I've heard it because I had the CD. I don't know how many times I've actually seen the whole video, because I think at the time I didn't particularly care for the video. But now I'm watching it, and I saw a pretty cool little story in there where first she's being herself up on stage, kind of putting herself out there, getting made fun of and run off the stage. And then she's off looking for her peers, basically, like her group, her people. And she finally found her people at the end.
Yeah.
And there was much rejoicing. It was cool.
Yeah.
So I like that aspect of it.
Good message.
Yeah. And it's the only song really that they have that sounds like this. I think it's a very catchy track, and I'm actually really curious about the lyrics. That's another thing I've never really paid a lot of attention to. All I can say is that my life is pretty plain. I like watching the puddles gather rain. All I can do is just pour some tea for two and speak my point of view, but it's not sane. I just want someone to say to me, I'll always be there when you wake. I'd like to keep my cheeks dry today, so stay with me and I'll have it made. And then getting into, it looks like kind of some depressive stuff, and I don't understand why I sleep all day. I start to complain that there's no rain, and all I can do is read a book to stay awake, and it rips my life away, but it's a great escape. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole lyric sheet right there. And I think it works for the video that we saw. It definitely shows the downside of life, but it also says that, there is an upside. There is a way to be happy, And they accomplished that in the video, too. So they are a really interesting band, and I think they had some worthwhile music, and they're worth listening to. All right, so thumbs up, Adrian?
Thumbs up, yes.
All right, good. All right, very good. Well, folks, why don't you let us know what you thought of that, and if you've heard the song before, if you've seen the video before, if you happened to see the band back in the day, or if you've seen them since they've come back. Let us know about any of those experiences. It would be interesting to hear about it. And if you have other suggestions for us, please leave those below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. And if you enjoyed our presentation, please subscribe. Okay, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, take care, folks.
See you all later.